Hey guys, what is up? We are coming to you not live. Going back a little old school here. Let me turn this down a little bit more.
By the way, he's Frenchie,
I'm Frenchie,
aka
the boy with the boots.
Freedom, aka Little Boy Blueshorn.
AKA Deadbeat, that's me. Alright. We're gonna play some Ancient Domains of Mystery. This is a roguelike game. For any of you who don't know what a roguelike is, it is...
Vastly overused phrase now.
Yeah.
But this is a true roguelike.
Yeah. So, one of the most popular roguelikes, in quotes, is The Binding of Isaac. It's the most popular one that I know of. And it's like, permanent death, random map generation, stuff like that. So this one is more of a classic RPG.
Yeah, a lot of people would call Isaac a roguelite.
Yeah.
And this would be more of a heavy roguelike. It's more like the old school game Rogue.
As of right now, so this is a new, this just recently came out.
About a year ago.
Yeah, it used to be all ASCII graphics. This is a tile set.
And this is technically freedom to play because there is a free version of this game that you can download right now. We'll put a link to it in the description.
Yeah, adam.de. This is made by Thomas Biskup, Tomas Biskup, I think is how you pronounce it. He is German. This game is, I don't know if you can see it, it's been in production since 1994 and slowly making upgrades and just adding more and more content. And this is the most recent round of content adds, is a tile set, music, more classes, more races, stuff like that.
The ability to customize your character from the very beginning,
right,
which is actually kind of incredible.
And a softcore version. So you could save your character, and if he dies, you end up at your last save. As of right now, we're gonna keep doing it on hardcore. We might end the game softcore because
if we get far enough.
Right.
No, actually, I think you have to choose if it's hardcore.
No, that's fine. If I have to replay through the entire game, I will.
Okay.
But I've only beaten this game one time.
One time in the years that we've been playing this game.
Yeah, I've been playing this game for probably about 8 years now. Yeah, about eight or 9 years now.
All right, we've talked enough.
Yeah.
Let's get started.
We're gonna generate a new character. I'm gonna start using the keyboard now instead of the mouse.
So, star sign, it helps with what the.
Okay, yeah. So that's star sign is what time I was born.
And it contributes to your stats, or it modifies your stats a little bit. And you can see my previous game. I was a troll healer with a candle star sign. And I manually I did a point buy on my attributes, and all of that, or like most of that, like choosing your star sign and being able to point buy instead of random rolls
is
on
all
your
new.
attributes, that's all new.
So
the ability to change the corruption, hunger, monsters, that's all
yeah.
of that is.
Yeah. Also, what they added is like making it to make monsters tougher or weaker. Which affects your ultimate high score. Death, permanent. You can see drops your high score down by a lot. So we're going to go spontaneous, right? Yep.
Oh, you don't need one.
Oh, fate. Oh yeah. I'm gonna do fate. I'm just gonna let fate decide what I get. I'm going to be a male. Male and female doesn't differ that much at all, really. The only thing is that shop prices for males are based on charisma, and females is based on your appearance stat. I'm going to be a gnome. I said I was going to use the keyboard and not the mouse.
Why don't you use the mouse right now, and then once we start the game, you can use.
Okay, that's fine. My profession, aka my class, I'm going to be a elementalist. This is the setup that I use to beat the game. Gnomish elementalist. Elementalists, as you can see here, are magicians specialized in dealing with the 4 elements: fire, water, earth, and air. I don't know why it says air, because air is not really a element that you can cast in the game. It's you get acid instead of air.
No, I don't think you pick up acid in this game.
I think you can get a little bit of acid.
The last time you did it, you won without.
Okay, so elementalists they learn spells naturally. Every time they level up, you get a new batch of spells.
And that's the only class that does that. Every other spellcaster learns through books.
Yeah. You can read books, unlike some casters, such as Minecrafters who can't read books. But yeah, because they don't learn spells, they learn Minecraft.
Okay. So that would be one that was like the elementals.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I like elementals a lot.
And then you can do points.
I'm actually going to do fate.
So this is basically the normal game. This
Yeah.
is how the 1.1.1 was the patch that it was like this, except we have tiles on.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna begin here.
Okay, so we were one monthly trait, tradition, inflexibility. And it's generally harder to change our alignment. There's an alignment system in this game.
Yep. I get +5 to initial willpower, which is amazing, and +2 to initial toughness, and +1 PV. So toughness is how many hit points you have. PV is how much damage you prevent.
Yeah, or parry points basically. And there's a DV, which is defense value,
which determines if you get hit or not.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna read through all of this. This is just like how much money you start with and stuff like that. Let's play here. Okay, so I get 2 talents. I get a bonus talent because I'm a gnome, and I get. Okay, now it's time to start using the keyboard.
Make sure you hit plus for more.
Oh yeah, it's plus, not Z. Okay.
We got a small setup here. It's kind of hard.
Yeah.
Here, just hit shift plus right here on the keyboard.
Okay, but my numpad's not working right now. There we go. Okay.
Yeah, it's a lot better to use the number pad.
Oh, the plus doesn't work on that for some reason. Okay.
Oh, I think I remember that it didn't work.
That's fine. Okay. These starting stats are very important because there are some that you only start with. Like once we get past the screen, they're not available anymore.
Like the charming, dexterity, mana.
Anything that boosts your
stats.
are not around after this. So I like. Let's see. Toughness makes you harder to kill in the very beginning of the game.
Which is one of the hardest.
The hardest part is the beginning, up until after the Tower of Flames. Once you get past the Tower of Flames, it's a lot easier.
Let's take it one step at a time.
Yeah. I think I'm going to. Okay, for that I need mana.
Well, no, you already have potent aura.
Right. F.
That's +3 power points, which is our magic, our mana basically.
And
but there is a skill called mana, or a stack of mana.
yeah. So maybe I will go with mana. That's.
Go up one. And then it's J, Fade Blooded.
Fade Blood. It's +1 of mana. Yep. All right. My name, as always, is Frank.
No, didn't Frank win?
Oh yeah, Frank won. So let's retire Frank. Deadbeat the gnomish elementalist. So I could go into this little cave here, and it has some nice stuff, maybe? Okay. Oh, let's see what I have. So I'll go to my inventory. I have a dagger. That's all I have is a dagger. I have a torch, rings of fire resistance.
You have 1 teleportation.
Nice.
So yeah, different classes start out with different things.
Wand of fire, wand of teleportation, and a wand of door creation. That's really nice.
Yeah.
And I'll do my spells here. You can see my spells. I start with 55, in quotes, castings of Burning Hands and 17 of Frostbolt, which is not going to equal out to exactly 55. You use a couple of numbers.
one to 5 with each cast, or 1 to 3 maybe.
So
it's very important to know exactly. This is a good place for beginners. This is a new cave that was recently invented. This is a goblin rock thrower, and it's always going to be here. What are you doing?
I'm just going to attack him.
Okay.
So I killed him, and then he dropped some things so I can pick him up. So a turquoise potion and a scroll. Are those always the same thing?
I believe so. I think they might actually be a scroll of identify, and maybe a healing potion.
So really the main things you want to come here for, and this after you play so many games, this stops generating.
Yeah. But knowing that you always have a goblin rock thrower as your first kill is actually very nice, because for a later quest,
for more advanced quests, which we're not. Well, actually, we could do that.
for the
courage
beginner
quest, yeah.
There's also a dungeon called. Do you want to put that on this side, and then
let me just move that over here.
Then you can use your other hand.
Yeah, that's a lot better. Okay. So the first town right here is Terranio. All right, so we'll go into Terranio.
And if you know anything about roguelikes, you'll notice that this game has a world map,
which is unlike most roguelikes.
Yeah.
So the first thing you want to do is every game is you want to look at your stats. You want to look at your abilities. So right now I have strength of 12, which is pretty good for a gnome. A learning 14, which is going to be good if I want to read books later. My willpower is 14, which is very important for later game. It also affects the strength of some of my spells. Dexterity 12, not super useful. Toughness 15, which is actually really high. Which is why you can see I have 20 HP instead of
is
much
your mouse
lower.
being recorded?
Yeah, probably. It's got it because it's got the.
So point
Okay.
to
Yeah. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
Charisma, which is 13, which is pretty decent. It's gonna affect my shop prices. Appearance 9. A new change to this game recently was your appearance affects how easily you get corrupted.
Mm-hmm.
And so the whole point of this game is that corruption is slowly leaking into the Dracolore chain and the world past it. So right now we just entered the Dracolore chain, a chain of mountains. We must, and we'll find all this out later, but it's really scant, the storyline here, and you really have to figure it out for yourself. But eventually it'll be our job to dive down into the world and close the Chaos Gate.
So, let's get started. Also, mana 18, perception 7.
Yeah.
Very big, a very slight thing. The raw 18 versus 38, that's basically how much we can grow.
Yeah, that's 38 is our top out. And then perception is like, if my perception was higher, I would be able to see more around me faster.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So let's check our abilities really quick. So I know this is a slow start, but this is very important. Every game that you start in Adam, the first thing you want to do is check if you have healing. And I do. And that's going to affect what quest we do first. So we also have some other things here that I'll go into a little bit more as I level them up. Some things of note here are your literacy. We want to get that max pretty quick. And concentration. It's good to get that max pretty well. As well as healing. We want to get that maxed.
Now, you have such poor literacy, or such poor healing, that it might almost be worth it to take the healing quest.
I disagree.
Okay, that's fine. The other quest,
So this guy would give me the healing quest.
Yes.
Which would be to save a carpenter who's gone mad, who's went to a cave and never returned. However, we won't be taking that quest. We will be talking to Guthalak, the village druid. He says, I will read this. Recently, we have been plagued by the attacks of an evil sorcerer. He was once a brother of my order, but now has fallen for the dark powers. He is a black druid, corrupting the powers of nature and twisting them to suit his darker needs. His name is Keythrax. Find him and defeat him. He has set up his headquarters in a sinister cave to the southeast. If you return with success, I'll reward thee.
And let's talk real quick about, you can keep moving, but let's talk real quick about the alignment system.
Okay.
Like we said.
First off, I'm going to buy some food. So how much money do I have? I have 134. So I'll just buy one large ration. That cost me right now 22. I'm going to see if I can get a good one. 14. I don't want the 14 cost one. I want the one that's more expensive because it's going to fill me up more. So here's a 29 large ration.
Let's talk about the alignment system. It's neutral, which is what Frenchie is right now, or Deadbeat is right now, is neutral equals. That means he's split right down the middle. Then there's lawful and chaotic. There's no good or no evil.
Yep.
But lawful is good in this game.
I always strive for lawful. I think it's easier to be lawful.
It is the easiest, yeah.
And I'll go more into that now. As I when we start really grinding out some piety, which I'll explain more later. First things first, you want to do in this game is you want to let me go coward. Ooh, going coward takes a turn now. Did you know that? Interesting. Okay, so we just learned something.
That's new.
To change your tactic, it takes a turn. So
okay. Continue going on. I'll explain.
Okay.
There's different tactics or different stances that you can take.
Just hold up. So sorry. One
Your
second.
learning is really bad for a healer.
Yeah.
Or for a magic user.
Yeah, it'll go up. I'm going to do. So you can see my max stats here.
And then how much you'll roll to randomly assign them.
Right.
Like 3d4, the max that he can get, and the current.
So I just maxed out my healing, my potential healing right
you
now.
rolled 44. I was
Yeah.
going to be surprised if you didn't.
Yeah. And then I'm going to do not literacy. It's only 10. Well, concentration's not too good either. Okay, we'll do literacy and swimming. Swimming's important because I don't want to drown.
Drowning sucks.
Large ration here. I gotta be careful not to become over encumbered. Now there's a special. I won't pick that up.
This is the small cave.
Yeah, this is a special dungeon in that the monsters get harder. Giant corpse.
The more you level up, they are always double your level.
So I want to be very careful here because I am on a mission. Key, nice. Keys are kind of rare. Okay. Getting messed up.
You only have 22 HP, so. You could switch past him.
Oh, I could have, yeah.
Okay, so the red status bar means they are attacking us. The gray status bar means they don't care about us or they don't see us. And then there's a green status bar, which means they are friendly.
Yeah.
So as you can see, we're leveling up pretty quickly.
Yeah, which is bad. Right now, we do not want to level up. Once we get to around level 6, this cave becomes too hard. Because they level up faster than we do. For every level, they gain about 2 levels, the monsters. So we want to get in and out really quick.
First aid?
Probably do first aid. Yeah. And then a concentration again.
Okay.
All right. Okay, and we get a new talent.
Remember that.
Yep. So what do I want? I think I want charged. Regenerate power points faster.
Yeah, pretty good.
Alright.
Power points is our
Mana.
Magic source.
Yep.
And right now we have 10 out of 37, so he's like really like chugging down on it.
I think I'm gonna go this way.
Yeah, I think you should go that way too.
And this is exactly what we want right here.
This is a guaranteed fireproof blanket.
Waterproof. Fireproof.
Waterproof blanket.
Yes.
I apologize.
It's alright. So now I'm gonna make my way back out. That waterproof blanket is very, very important. That is a fire beetle, so I need to frost bolt it. Fire beetles are tough. I'm gonna pick up this rat corpse. Rat corpses are good because,
Well, giant rat corpses.
well, even any rat corpses are pretty good. You can give rat corpses to cats, and they will not hate you anymore.
And that's important for later.
Yes, you do not want to kill cats in this game.
Your equipment seems to become smelly, so that's a thing about freshly killed food is that it will decay.
Yeah.
Rations will not, or cooked food will not either.
Well, cooked food decays slower.
Okay.
I'm going to use first aid. Now, first aid is really good because if I get hurt, I can heal myself using that skill, but only right after I get hurt. And then I'll do concentration again. And then let's see what we have here. Okay, yep, that's not what I want. And settle the armor spear. Okay, I'm not gonna pick this up. In this game, you have to really worry about cursed equipment. I'm gonna eat those rat corpses. Okay, so and you can see in the top left corner I'm satiated. That's good because I'm not gonna be hungry for a while. That's bad because it slows me down.
Yep, he lost 5 speed. But traveling in the overworld is like taking a bunch of turns all at once.
Yeah. So we're gonna go into the Sinister Cave, the Druid Cave, to try to fight Guthalak.
And this is exactly where the other quest would take you to. So these two caves or these two quests are mutually exclusive.
Exactly.
If you take one, you cannot take the other.
All right, and so there's no doors. So what I have to do is I have to search around for them.
Do WS.
I don't want a WS. It takes two. It's.
But you can do it in the places where it's more likely to be.
Yeah. All right, there we go. All right, so this door is locked, and I don't have a key for it. So this is why keys are super useful. I did get a key, but not the key that I need. So you can see here, when you look at the door, it says it has a triangular lock. That means you need a triangular key. So are we screwed? No. We just have to kick the door down, which can be bad. As you see, that door was protected by a trap. It was a blinding trap, so it's not that bad. I'm just going to, while I'm blinded, back up, and then I'm only blinded for a few turns. There are some much worse traps, like explosive traps, which create a fireball. Then there's exploding runes, which shred your equipment and do damage. And falling doors and falling rocks, which are really bad.
But are avoidable. In a lot of cases.
That's why I always try to kick them from diagonal, because falling rocks and falling doors won't do anything if you kick them diagonally. They won't damage you at all.
Again, we're getting into like the complicated stuff.
Right.
But...
Now,
so since he only gets
coward, my bad.
He only gets spells regularly on level up, and he doesn't start with a lot. So what Deadbeat is going to try and do is use as much of his physical prowess as possible. Unfortunately, he doesn't have a lot of physical prowess. Yeah. Luckily, he does level up fairly quickly.
Yeah.
Gnomes level up quickly. That's a different thing about the classes and races, races specifically.
Oh, so I just unlocked that door. So, you didn't hear a click, so it wasn't trapped. If I unlock the door and you hear a click in the bottom left-hand corner, then...
That means you deactivated the trap.
I deactivated the trap, yeah. So this orc doesn't care about me, so I'm just going to let him be for now. If you ever run into a dead end like that, it's guaranteed, nearly guaranteed, that there's a hidden door there, or a hidden pathway. So here's the stairways down. I don't want to go right away.
There's one bad thing about Deadbeat taking this quest is that there is a boss at the end of this.
Yeah, and this boss is very hard.
He is actually immune
to a lot of the stuff that I have.
Every single thing.
Yeah, I would need like magic missiles or acid.
And unfortunately, magic missile is not an element.
Yeah.
So we won't be getting that unless we find a book of it.
That's why I'm.
And that was another thing I was going to bring up, that it might be worth it to take the other one.
Oh yeah. But that
Plus,
quest
this is a neutral quest, and the other one's a good quest.
Okay, so I just went coward just in case. I don't actually know if that helps, but okay. So I fully explored this room. If you see me like teleport, I'm not really teleporting. I'm hitting W walk, W and direction, and that automatically moves me until I have to make a decision. Yes, protect me. Oh, okay. So here's a dungeon feature. The walls of this room are scarred by signs of many fights. Most parts of the room are heavily damaged. So, there are some dungeon features that are dangerous, like very dangerous.
I think damage is doubled in that room.
I don't know. No, well that's deadly chilling silence. All right, just leveled up to level 5. So level 6, we get a big a boost in power. So I'll go into that more in a little bit. Let's do swimming again.
Healing is probably a good one.
Healing, yes, definitely healing. And concentration now is at a max of 100, but it's only 2d4. Our literacy is at 3d3, but it's only 72. So let's do concentration again. So now concentration's only at 1d5. I'll roll a 1d5.
You wouldn't have been able to max out literacy, so even if you roll max.
Okay, we'll do it next time.
So do you know the spawn rate of books for?
No.
Okay.
I don't.
Different classes have different spawn rates for different things.
Yeah, like wizards, obviously, they are the book caster, so. Okay, so we sense a certain tension. That means somewhere on this floor, there's a room filled with monsters. And the walls, when I activate them, will come tumbling down like Jericho. Skeleton blast. Oh, you can see here I got more spells now. So not only do I have a lot more burning hands and a lot more frostbolt, I also have one fireball. It's like one fireball, so I better save it. And then firebolt, which is fireball is all around me. It casts fire all around me, and a firebolt is like my frostbolt, but fire. And you can see how they cost more mana, more and less mana each. The PP is how much power points it costs. There's another goblin rock there, so I'm gonna leave him alone.
Why is that?
Oh, actually, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Is that seeds right there? Seeds! Wooden shield now. I'm good. Okay, so let's try to find this tension room here. It's right here. I imagine it's probably right here.
I bet you it's not. Oh,
Okay.
I was wrong.
So, as you can see, I was in the hallway, and now I'm in the room. I didn't move. The walls around the door collapsed, all right? And the room is filled with monsters.
So what he's going to do is back up 2 squares.
Yeah, in this game, it's very advisable that you
Fight in hallways.
Fight in hallways. That way you're not getting surrounded. So I'm just going to back up. I want to yeah.
N-A-T-E and me.
The D-O to the G.
No,
D-O G.
the
The
Warren
Warren
to
to
the
the G.
G.
I always mess
man.
that up. Warren G. All right, so I waited a few turns. I took 2 hits. I didn't actually get hurt, but I let them try to hit me twice to try to line these guys up because there was only 3 in a row.
Just cast it.
I want 4 in a row. Yeah, I want 4 in a row to use my frostbolt, which goes through enemies, right? And now this one, it's unlikely that I'm gonna get 4 more again, so I'm just going to do it again. And then I'll just swing at this guy. Oh, there's more of them. So it's pretty easy to dispatch those rooms if you know they're coming. I will eat one of those, and I'm still not satiated, so I will eat another one.
Okay. That's good.
And we're good. Short bow, we're good. All right.
What do you have, a longbow? Or?
I believe I have a longbow. +2/+2.
That's not bad.
So I don't have an archery skill, so my archery is not going to be that great. But it's still great for like a last resort or getting someone's attention.
No, that's true.
This is a thick girdle. I will pick that up, but I'm not going to. It's not a good idea to just put things on, because if it's cursed, then I can't take it off.
Girdles aren't as big of a deal.
Right, if it's like weapons or like
armor, gauntlets.
All right, we come to another room that doesn't have anything, so.
Because if you imagine a gauntlet, if you can't take off your gauntlet,
you can't de-equip your weapon.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay, so this one's locked
or maybe it's the other way around.
It's just no, it's the same thing. It's they both are the same.
Oh, okay.
Well, actually, no, you're right. It's the other way.
Yeah, if you can't de-equip your weapon, how are you gonna take your gauntlet off?
If you can't de-equip your gauntlet, you can't take your rings off.
Yeah, true.
I'm just going to swing at these guys. I do have to be slightly careful here.
Yeah, so 31 health is not an extraordinary amount. Because you don't heal fast in this game.
No, that's what healing's for.
Yeah.
It increases your natural healing rate. I'm going to frostbolt this centipede because bugs in general are dangerous. Actually, I'm just going to burning hands it. Gauntlets. Gauntlets are normally pretty safe, but there's no reason to equip them.
And you can see each thing weighs a certain amount. The gauntlets were 10 stones. If you're really good at this game, you can remember certain special stats.
Spider bread.
What does spider bread do?
Spider bread's just food, but it's like extra satiating if you're a dark elf, which I'm not. So I just hit level 6. I'm now fire resistant, which is good. So every 6 levels, classes get specific things. I get fire resistant. So let's do concentration. Yeah, I'm 2d4 in concentration again.
I do healing.
Healing.
You want to get to 50 at least.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna do another concentration.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to do
Strong magic, +2 damage with all magic. And okay, so also when I level it up, I become very self-confident, which is my charisma going up.
So roll the tape back. Notice that we were at 13.
That's a rattling fencer. You gotta be careful about those guys because they'll
Disarm you.
Yeah.
But it's also very good if you have a
cursed
weapon.
Yeah. But it's very bad if you have a good weapon.
Yeah.
Large ration.
There are certain.
Oop, I went past it. Okay, I'm burdened, so let's drop that for now because I don't need it. I don't need all that food. Oop. Just do one.
And there are certain equipments in this game called
Artifacts that are really powerful.
And they're always the same. And that's what I was saying about if you know a lot about this game, you can figure out that there's something special.
It's like all these gauntlets don't weigh 10 stone, which I don't know why they use stone, because 10 stone is 140 pounds. But it's like, oh, this gauntlet doesn't weigh 10 stone. That's a pixie.
Pixies always have money.
Yeah.
But they'll steal from you too.
Yeah. It must be a special gauntlet, you know. All right, I'm not gonna mess with this guy. I mean, I could just kill all these guys, but at the same time, I'm still kind of weak. And I want to generate the boss before I level up too much.
That's true.
Because once you generate the boss, he stops leveling up. There's the lesser demon?
God. No, it's...
Oh. So this is a new thing in the game.
It's really bad, too. This guy will mess you up. The thing is, they're good to fight in the open.
Why is that?
Because the way they move is weird. I don't remember exactly how, though. But these guys... Okay, read.
The vile and hateful spirit of a shattered adventurer, raised again by dark nether forces to devour the souls of the living. You face Curtis Craig, the wretch, the broken shell of a former male trollish healer. Lumps of greasy white hair still sprout from its floating rotten skull. It is wrapped in rusted remains of an elven chainmail.
Oh, God.
It threatens you with a long spear. It attacks with confidence. Its solid but haggard form advances menacingly. Its strength makes you feel sickly. Its unfaltering gaze drains your strength. So these guys...
yeah, they have 95 speed.
Right. So I can...
Yeah.
Frostbolt this guy. And do some damage. Keep walking, and eventually I'm going to run out of room.
But see how he walked, like, diagonally? So you can, like, walk in a certain pattern. Like, oh, no, you should have walked down, and he would have walked up, and then you could have walked again, and I think you would have been able to,
Okay, so this guy's really messing me up.
Are you on
I'm on Coward, yeah.
You're on Coward.
So, this guy's really damaged. I think I can kill him if I just do it again. Okay, he didn't hurt me that time, so I'm just gonna do it again. How much mana do I have? 15, I'm good. Alright, so what that guy is when you die in this game,
sometimes that can happen.
It'll save where you died, and
so my old character, Curtis Craig, which is always my name, so sometimes it's hard to tell which one's which, but
yeah,
I died here, and
I just had to beat him. So yeah. I don't think he'll show up anymore. So let's do healing.
Wait, I died in the Dwarven Halls.
It must be a different Curtis Craig then.
It might be.
We'll do first aid, and let's not do concentration. Let's do
another healing.
I'm gonna do literacy.
Literacy? Okay.
That was a bad roll. All right,
so we can pick up some stuff from you.
Oh man, so this is pretty good actually.
It's literally, I think, everything I would carry.
Yeah. We'll do this blanket, which is gonna be good. This green gem, which is probably nothing, but you know, all these potions. I don't need that holy symbol.
Oh, you don't want to turn undead?
I don't want to carry.
I used to turn undead in this game like once.
It can be good.
It costs piety.
Yeah.
So that was a very scary encounter.
Yes.
And Jonathan handled it pretty well. It was scary. He could have died.
Yeah, absolutely. But that's the thing. This game, it's hard in the very beginning.
And rolling a gnome doesn't make it much easier. And rolling an elementalist can make it hard in the end too.
Yeah.
How did you win? Oh yeah, you got a bunch of wishes.
Yeah, I got so there's wishes in this game, and I just wished for Spellbooks of Acid Ball, and which is like the most powerful spell in the game.
You just got hit by a stone block, so I want to rest up a little bit.
Okay, thank you. Let's go this way, and then we'll rest right here. So I'm just gonna rest. I'm gonna wait until my.
He's using turns to do that,
yeah.
And see how he just got hungry.
Yeah.
I wish you would tell us something.
Yikes! This spider bread is filled with living spiders, which is really good if you're a dark elf, but not so great if you're anything else.
It's Frot's going backwards.
Frot's is, I think, light. So yeah, it didn't satiate me very much. So I'm gonna use my water direction. You basically always want to. I only use that spider bread because it's not very satiating. and I just wanted to get it out of my inventory. But you basically want to use your heavier food first. Okay, so this is a Chaos Brother, I think. A Chaos Sister. My bad. Did I just assume your gender?
They have corrupting attacks.
Yeah, so you really want to take care, and they're fast, so you really want to take care of these guys really quick. Sickle. Alright. Once I get, once I get some, the ability to bless water, and, I'll read some spells that will, and then I'll be able to, like, more comfortably pick up items and stuff. Because I can read a scroll of, a blessed scroll of Identify, which will identify all my, equipment. Something hit by an arrow. Something hit by water, so my dagger just rusted, which isn't bad unless... actually, I don't know if that's bad or not. Minus 3, okay, divided by 2. I don't know if that actually affects my weapon stats or not.
Wait, let me see.
It's fine.
Wait, are you seriously 1d4 minus 3?
That's what it looked like, yeah.
That's
Wow, my perception
at
sucks.
best 1.
Yeah, I know.
And then divided by 2.
Yeah.
There's no
So what level am I on? 7? No, that's my actual level.
It says DD5 right here.
Oh, DD5. Okay, so DD6. No. Okay, so this is, I've got one more floor to go before.
This DD means the Druid Dungeon, by the way. This is the Druid Dungeon we're in.
So as soon as I see the stairs, I'm gonna generate the next floor.
And notice there's a bunch of animals here.
In one of those animals, I don't know if you remember, we said, don't kill cats. So it was really good that I generated it there, because I just generated all the monsters there on level 7. I just hit level 8, so now I'm stronger than all the monsters. But still not a great idea to go in there. I think we will do swimming. We will do healing and healing.
Does mining help with actually using the pickaxe?
Yes.
So maybe we should do that too. It's very important later in the game. A lot of times to have a pickaxe. And we'll talk about that when we get to it.
Yeah, see, so these guys have like...
Why don't you, yeah.
Oh, okay, my weapon just broke. So I guess that does matter now.
Why don't...
Yeah, I'm doing 1d4 plus 0 damage.
Oh, it was it plus 3?
I don't know.
Divided by 4. So you're only going to be doing... At best, you're going to do 1 damage.
1 damage, yeah.
Do you have any other weapons?
No, but I'll pick one up. There's a sickle on the ground back there. Piece of dry meat. That'll keep for a long time. This door's stuck.
You just got... If a door's stuck, you just
gotta keep trying, yeah. Brittle wand. Yeah, the slave master corpse, which I'll eat. So I'm satiated now. Good.
You're not satiated, actually.
I was.
Oh, were you for a sec?
Yeah.
So now Jonathan basically has to...
Rely on my spells.
Yeah.
Which is not a great thing. Oops. You want to have the option to... I'm just gonna squeeze past this guy. Oop. I checked my literacy instead. Especially against this this boss, you know, my spells aren't going to be effective. So.
At all. He's completely immune, not even resistant, but immune.
Round fencer. Oh, so
nice drop one.
That was a fencer. So the thing that I called a fencer earlier was a warrior, maybe? A rattling thief. Ooh, that's cat. Cave lion. Do you like dry meat?
No.
I'm faster than it. Come on, come on, come on. See ya, nerd. Oop, close. There we go.
See ya. And certain things can open doors.
Cats cannot.
My cat can. My cat's very special. His name is Mittens. I love him.
You don't want to kill cats. There's a boss later that keeps track of how many cats you killed. Just gonna eat that caveman corpse. And he doesn't like it when you kill cats. Gibbering mouther. It boils violently before being reduced to ashes. So right now I'm kind of at an impasse here. I don't want to go down. And I can't complete my quest.
Luckily, this quest we can come back to this.
Yeah.
There's other things that we can do. We could head to the main dungeon.
Yeah.
We could help a little girl save her puppy.
Which is what we will do.
The cool thing about traps is that once you know they're there,
You're much more likely to avoid them.
yeah. Undead things usually have different status effects.
Stat draining effects.
Stat draining effects, yeah, or maybe like confusion. You know, skeletons for the most part, I don't think do.
No.
But you know, then there's like the skeleton king, that
Can confuse you.
yeah.
I'm gonna get rid of this rusty dagger and try this sickle. It's cursed.
Yeah.
So, but it's better than what I was wearing. So it's not that bad. So these are fire beetles, which are actually really hard to defeat. So I'm just gonna use my spell.
Also, another interesting thing that we haven't talked about is eating corpses. Eating corpses can sometimes not only satiate you, but give you
Different effects.
different stat boosts or stat drains, or maybe even corruption. Like if he had eaten that Chaos Sister, he probably would have been corrupted.
Yeah. Where am I going? I am going this way. There's actually areas that I haven't discovered here. So I really want to. Okay, just a regular cave lizard. I really want to explore all these areas because if there's a
find a book.
if there's a spell book on the ground, that'd be great. Now it's not likely to be something super useful.
But there are two options that he could potentially get right now. That's Magic Missile or Acid Bolt.
Which Acid Bolt is unlikely. Okay, I'm still burned. Food. A drop. Which one's good? Because I'll. Oh, okay. Okay, that was my good one. There's also spells.
That's a potion of water right there.
Just shut up.
That's really helpful.
Yeah. My next big step is level 10, which is probably where we'll stop.
What's level 10?
Level 10 is... Oh, I'm bleeding. Why? To stop bleeding, we use first aid.
It didn't matter.
Yeah.
Well, we weren't bleeding that bad.
Yeah. Beat me up, Scotty.
Yeah.
Scroll. So the scrolls are you can't identify scrolls based on what they say.
Yeah, they're always different between.
Yeah. Some potions you can, like
that watery potion.
watery potion is a potion of water.
Every single time.
The orange potion is a potion of carrot juice. Stuff like that. I'm just gonna fight this guy.
So Jonathan's doing his spell command really quickly.
Oh yeah, I'll show you guys next time. Pack of wolves, evade, don't get away. Okay, so this is a wilderness encounter. It didn't look as bad as it can be. You can get surrounded in the wilderness very quickly.
I know exactly what's at 8. Or was it 10?
Yeah.
That would be a good place to stop.
All right, so right now I have to find a little girl. Little girl.
I think she's usually over here, over the right side. But she can be anywhere. There's Blub the water dragon. He's nice. He's a baby water dragon.
Yeah. Most dragons are not nice. Little girl.
He could teach you how to swim if you don't know how to swim.
Yes. All you gotta do is feed him potions of carrot juice. She says, "Hast you seen my little doggy? Disappeared in the dark hole in the pass. Me fears it got lost. Would you get it back for me? Hurry, Mommy says there's bad things in the cave." Oh no, I'm not really gonna attack little girl. So first off, I want to.
She didn't say that it's been a long time.
You're right. So if we can check our elapsed time. Nope.
I don't know how to do that.
I don't know either. Okay, I don't know.
We can look it up.
Yeah.
But there is a 4 in-game day
timer on this quest. Well, you can always get the quest, but whether or not the dog is alive at the end of the quest is based on how long you. So this is a quest that you want to, if you want to complete it, is good to.
You're gonna use that.
Yeah. If I wasn't using a cursed weapon, I'd totally pick that up.
Now you could dive down.
I could dive down. I'm gonna try to dive down. The thing is it's not a great idea. If you get lucky. Oh my God, tension room. You can easily do this quest, right? However, there's 2 big factors in this. Well, 2 big factors and like a semi-big factor. One is on this floor that we're on right now, there is an anthill which generate strong bugs. Let me do this. Let me level up before I continue talking.
The second thing is that there is a cavernous level later in the cave, which offers very little hallways, which, like we said, it's always good to fight in hallways. The third thing is that there is a what's called a vault.
It's likely to be the first vault you'll encounter in the entire game.
Strong monsters are a large group of monsters,
which can be very strong.
Yeah. Usually themed. If they're not themed, you're in trouble.
Yeah, yeah, you want them to be themed. Because if it's just a mixed vault, then they're likely to be much stronger than they normally are. A green potion.
And the last thing is, of course, the timer. Like I said, be careful in this room.
Oh, that's
you can drink blood.
Fine. Yeah, that's fine.
I think it might be like
you're more likely to bleed. Oh my God! So this is an altar, and it is a lawful altar, which is the kind of altar that I want.
So here's a cool little thing: is that you can switch altars by doing large sacrifices to your god. You can switch it to your god, or you can do a bunch of little tiny.
So okay, look up in
do it
right next to
mouse.
PC level.
Do it with your mouse.
Okay, right here, next to my next to the dungeon floor. This is my alignment. Right now I'm true neutral, right? So if we do a bunch of small sacks, I just went up to neutral plus
with 1 gold.
So I gotta be really careful because I don't want to do a large sacrifice, or else I'll
could
piss everyone off.
He could try and convert the altar, which would be bad.
But I want to be neutral lawful. Okay, so that's the no, I want to be lawful neutral.
Yep.
Oh, so let's keep that.
He is still technically neutral.
Okay, now I'm lawful.
A very good lawful.
Yeah, not even lawful neutral.
Yeah.
So
so that only works until you hit the lawful side of the spectrum.
Right. Now I can't get any higher just by doing small. Well, I'll get higher, but much less. higher.
That was an incredible amount of,
Yeah.
of piety change or
Alignment change.
change.
So you see here in the bottom left, a voice booms in your mind. Welcome, believer. So I got a new god. And I prefer being lawful. It's you can't unless you're chaotic. You can only sacrifice monsters outside of your alignment.
Yeah.
And there are very few lawful monsters.
And in neutral, you can't summon or you can't sacrifice animals.
Right. So I want to be able to sacrifice animals. So here's how you farm piety, basically. I want to lead a monster to the altar, sacrifice him, and
Gnarl seems to be pleased.
yeah,
Gnarl's bark.
Gnarls Barkley. Yep. Does that make me crazy?
Unfortunately, it's far away from
Yeah.
everything. Maybe there's a hidden door or something, or
But-
you could dig through
Yeah.
later to farm piety. What he wants to do right now is get to, I think, very pleased,
Yes.
and that will help him identify. Oh, hey,
Oh
look,
my
a
god,
blink
a
dog.
lawful blink dog. So you would have been good to have
5
before I
turns
turn
ago.
before I turn lawful. So that's actually one of the very few lawful monsters, and eating one of their corpses is very beneficial because they allow you to control teleport.
You can teleport in this game, but you also need to be able to control teleport
So
to
if-
decide where you want to go.
If you see my wand here, I've got a wand of teleportation, which is great, except I can't control teleport. So if I cast it on myself, I just go somewhere. Whereas if you control teleport, then you can pick and choose where you get to go.
And if you can control teleport in this game, there's actually a pretty powerful artifact that you can grab.
Yes.
He just got a little bit of radiation
Corruption.
poisoning.
Yeah, corruption. Oh, okay, so,
It's locked.
yep. Ah, man, I'm getting lucky with these doors.
They're not normally super. Oh, a pickaxe.
Ooh,
Oh,
pickaxe.
okay. Use the pickaxe right now to
Okay.
tunnel.
So this is gonna take a little bit of time, but... Alright, cool. So I just created a hallway. Ooh, jackal demon. Jackalware. So...
Okay, so he is sacrificable. Anything he summons or anything births or summons is not sacrificable.
But I'm just gonna kill him.
That's a good idea.
Because he can summon a lot of guys.
So why don't you sacrifice the bat that was in there?
I kinda wanna get to the dog.
Okay, that's fair.
Spider. Spider's poison.
But spider, if you
Ooh,
eat a spider corpse,
Loaven bread, nice. Loaven bread is very light and very satiating.
that was an iron ration back there. They're exactly the same as as regular rations. Exactly the same amount of satiation, but
They're lighter.
lighter. What was that? What was that trap?
That is a arrow trap.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to do some piety farming off camera. It's very boring to watch. More elven bread. Wow, getting so lucky.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Another piece of elven bread, and then you find a witch with a house made of elven bread. That's how they get you, Jonathan. You're leaving little trails of candy.
Another wand, that's good. So these wands, I don't know if we ever talked about, these wands have different spells in them. So they're spells, but they, as you can see,
We'd have to zap them to find out what they are without identifying them. So gaining a little more piety will be really good because then we can drop everything on our character. And
I hear splashing sounds.
Is that a pool?
Could be.
Or it could be a water trap.
Oh yeah, true. But it's a pool.
Why not? Try it. Okay, so pools can be very good or very bad.
I'm gonna do it once.
Yeah, just once.
All right, because I'm very not decent right now. You are suddenly gone. So this could be amazing. I could be permanently invisible, or I could just be invisible for a few turns. We'll find out. If I'm permanently invisible, I'm gonna lose my mind.
It's one of the best things you can get, other than a wish. there are things that there are items that can make you invisible.
Right. But if you wear something that makes you invisible, it also increases the amount of food you consume.
Yes.
But if I'm just invisible, then how did you see me? I'm just a dotted line. All right, then. Okay, now I'm good.
What are you wearing?
I'm wearing a robe,
Okay.
so nothing special. How close am I to?
2,222
Okay,
experience.
jeez. All right, so let's. Ooh, shoot. So, see the Chaos Sister hits you, you feel corrupted. So it has a corrupting attack. So that's that. I deserve that for going too fast.
Yeah, you can't let invisibility let you.
All right, I get cocky. So here is the
Cavernous
level. But luckily, right now we are invisible, so we might be able to get out of here. No holds barred.
And honestly, so it says it seemed to be searching for something or someone. He knew that Jonathan was around.
That's a claw bug. Claw bugs are dangerous. So I want to kill it. Claw bugs hit through your armor.
Yes, and multiple times. Why don't you go up there first?
Okay.
Aren't you glad I made you go up here?
Yeah. Thick fires now. It's a giant rat.
Minotaurs are actually pretty powerful too.
Ooh, clay statue.
Clay statue.
Sure,
Clay statue. Clay statue. He got big on burgers and fries.
Now he's down to a smaller size clay statue.
I think that you're.
I might be permanently invisible.
Oh, that's a karmic being.
Okay, so this is a karmic lizard, which if you hit a karmic lizard, like punch it, like physically attack it, you're gonna get unlucky.
Yeah,
you're gonna have a bad time.
There's 4 main status effects in this game, or lock statuses: cursed, doomed, which is worse than cursed, and then there's on the other side lucky and fate smiles.
It's a doppelganger. All right, we made it to the puppy cave. So.
Oh, it's that you feel excited. That means there is a vault on this floor.
Okay, I gotta be careful because I don't want to hit the dog.
Why not?
If he's alive. Oh, these guys don't see me.
Is that that's not the vault?
No, it's not the vault. But I'm just checking if there's other doors around here. Okay.
You're permanently invisible.
I'm pretty sure I'm permanently invisible.
But this tension room was also a mixed tension room.
Yeah, which is like the vaults are more dangerous.
So are you level 10 now?
Yeah, I'm level 10 now.
Okay.
Which if you generate the puppy alive, it stays alive, right? So
Unless something attacks it.
So let's just leave, dude. I can come back.
If you want to.
Yeah, because I gotta pee, but I want to end this.
Yeah, we've been going for a little bit. Like I said, I wish it freaking.
So I'm gonna leave. I'm just gonna leave right now.
Why is that blink dog angry?
Is that a blink dog? It might not be a blink dog. It is a blink dog. Damn it. That sucks. That really sucks.
Well.
Actually.
Okay.
It's fine. So I'm still lawful.
Yeah.
But that was a chaotic act. It's not advisable that you do that, especially once I was so.
Where's the way down or the way up?
The 24 stones short sword. I'm definitely gonna pick that up.
I don't think that's. I think that might be like mithril.
Oh yeah, but I mean it's still gonna be like better than.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, clay statue's not that big of a deal, but still not great. Several items, iron boots, 120 stones. Nope. If it was, it said iron boots, not metal boots, right?
What's that? Yeah. So there you see an instance of monster infighting.
Yep. So guys, I'm permanently invisible, which is like really, really good. Like
it's incredibly rare.
Yeah, it's not.
This alone
sets me up
has
for
the
a pretty good
potential
run.
For a good run. But you know what? He could drink from that pool and lose it.
Yeah.
So now, like, drinking from pools could give him, fate smiles. You want to kill that. You don't want to have them breeding. The worms breed.
I'm going to eat this large ration.
It's just arrows.
Just arrows, yeah.
There's an iron ash right there.
Yeah, I'll pick that up. Oops, I accidentally hit the mic. I'm sorry, guys. One bad thing about being invisible is it's gonna be harder to get monsters.
Oh, can you drop your stuff on there real quick?
Oh no, I'm not even. She's still pleased.
Okay.
Unless I want to get out of here.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay, so I don't want to stay on this level too long because ants can burrow. Ooh, I went the wrong way. Oh, you're right.
So now we're gonna go back to Terranio, and we're gonna pick up one more quest, and that'll be a quest we do immediately, and then we're gonna end the episode.
Yep. So
also another thing with
sorry, 1 sec. You talk to Twilight Pear, the sheriff. Greetings, adventurer. Welcome to us peaceful village. Welcome in us, please. Okay, whatever. Kill Hotzenplotz, the evil crime lord, and you will be rewarded. You know, we set bounties on the heads of criminals. Bring them in. So there's an ongoing quest where you can kill a cut purse or a mugger to get and bring their corpses in, and he'll give you money for it. So this is Terranio, or this is Loethowel. Which is a town of bad guys and beggars as well.
They won't all hurt you.
Yeah, but luckily
that guy's friendly.
Yeah, he's friendly. There's also a shop here, a mixed shop, so you can sell literally anything here and he'll take it. I'm sorry, guys. So this is a great way to identify things.
Yes.
Scroll of light. So if I have a scroll of light in my inventory, it'll be identified. Wand of door creation,
and
which is already...
Okay, now he just said he's been in the shop for a while. Says welcome to the black market.
So
he sees you
he
now.
just saw me.
But he could have ran in, grabbed something, and then ran out.
It's not a good idea. You shouldn't do that.
There's an achievement for it.
Is there really?
Yeah.
So there's beggars. There's also guys who.
A star on the guy means it's a special guy.
Yeah, unique. So this is Hotzenplotz. He's the crime lord. That's what I'm supposed to kill. As soon as I attack them, people get pissed.
Almost everybody in the town becomes angry, except the special guys. Except that special guy.
Yes, he'll still attack me.
Yeah. So he's got a couple muggers.
Oh my god, he's body blocking.
Oh!
Wow, what the fuck, dude? Sorry, had to kill him. He'll sell you keys, but they're random keys.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, don't let the gold.
So that guy is really hard without spells, actually.
Yeah. He's quick and he poisons.
Yeah.
And he hits hard.
So we'll go back to, we'll eat in a sec once I get to town. We'll eat one of these iron rations. I will get my reward and I will end the video. You talked to Twilight Pear, the sheriff. Congratulations, you have vanquished a dangerous foe. Hotzenplotz has been a dangerous enemy for many years. Take this reward as a sign of recognition for your valor. So I got a marble amulet. If I equip the marble amulet, it's always the same thing. It is, well, it doesn't actually auto-identify. It is a amulet of law, which will which will slowly over time boost my alignment towards lawful.
All the way to lawful plus, which is the highest.
Yeah. So I really want to be there because it's not a good idea to hang out near the borders of alignments because if you switch back and forth, your gods are gonna get angry at you, and if gods are angry with you, they're gonna hit you with lightning, and you're gonna have a bad time. All right, guys, we're gonna call it there. Thank you so much for tuning in. I don't know how long this episode's been, but this is about how long they're gonna be. But we're gonna shoot for an hour per episode.
And this is a really good start, honestly.
Yeah.
One of the better starts I've ever seen.
I'm really excited for this.
Yeah.
So remember, permanent death. So if I die, it's all gone.
Not series over, but
yeah.
at least.
All right, guys, take her easy. How do I quit?
Control Alt.
Stat.